Minutes.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Moving on to the acceptance of the minutes for the meeting of Tuesday, October 10th.
Motion to approve. Second.
All those in favor? And nothing under audience. We have reports for school department, the Rockland High School student activities, the Rogers Middle School student activities, and the cafeteria.
4 motions to approve. 4 seconds.
All those in favor? Under old business, we have Phelps Elementary School project update.
I have nothing to report this evening. I don't know
Okay.
if Dr. Cron has anything?
No, well, I will say one thing. We're looking at, around the field, and we've talking about a lot of things that we're just looking at around the field. And it looks amazing. We're looking at the egresses for folks with disabilities and things like that, and putting up some signage to the bathroom and things like that. But it's really exciting to see the field come together and to see people starting to use it and getting used to using the new scoreboard and just the whole area. It was great. Walked it today in the nice weather, and I don't know, it's just, I hope everyone has taken time to go see the new school, maybe park their car in the lot and just take a walk around and check it out. It's pretty cool. So that's all I have.
All right, thank you. Moving on to new business, we have fundraisers for approval. I have hockey boosters selling ads and program books for home games for the month of December. Hockey boosters and LCR tournament in January. Hockey boosters rally up online fundraiser through mid-October to mid-November. GSA for pumpkin candy grams from 10/23 to 10/27. And the travel club prize calendar raffle from November 1st to the 30th.
And I think that one too, right? The pack.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see it. I thought it was the top line. PAC, an opt-out in October. Thanks, Emily.
6 motions to approve. 6 seconds.
All those in favor? Let's vote for those. And we have 2023 October 1st enrollment. Dr. Cron?
So October 1st enrollment, as we can, the best we can count right now, we are down 22 students from last year. I'm surprised, and I'm taking a very careful look at how we counted, who we counted, to try to make sure that that number's accurate. So I may very well come back with an updated report.
Okay.
Because my original count, I thought we were up quite a few students. So
Right.
I just want to make sure that we're apples to apples, make sure
Okay.
we're counting properly.
Okay.
So that's all I have.
All right, thank you.
Mhm.
And we'll move on to your superintendent's report.
Thank you. I just have one item. I just want to report that under Governor Healy's Emergency Homeless Emergency Shelter Program, we have enrolled 6 new students, 3 elementary, 2 in middle school, and 1 in high school. 1 new student started today at the middle school, and the other 5 we are hoping will start on Wednesday. And that's all I have to report.
Great, thank you.
Mhm.
Any questions or comments?
Today's new student, how was it smooth transition or some
Yeah.
struggles? Or?
No, I didn't hear of any struggles. No.
Good.
We did some tours today for the younger students in their schools and their translation issues that we're struggling with to a certain extent. Some of these students are not coming from another country. They're homeless. Some are from Rockland, who are recently homeless. Some are transferring from other shelters that have closed, and some are new to the country. So every case is unique, and so far we're just looking at 6. So, okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I ask a question about the enrollment
Yeah.
information?
Sure.
Sorry, Melissa.
Sorry?
Sorry, I didn't let you have a
No.
question.
No, that's okay. I was just looking, and there's just a huge difference in the number of kids in 12th grade, so 122, and in 8th grade, 191. It's like almost like a third larger of a class. Is that just our demographic, or do we see a lot of kids transfer during like the last 2 years?
No, you're saying out of 8 into 9?
So like if you look at the number of kids, like in 8th grade, we have 191 kids enrolled.
Thank you.
But in 12th grade, we only have 122.
12th grade class is a small class to begin with.
Okay,
I only know that because Kevin was a senior in that
Yeah.
class. So it's always been a little class.
okay.
And they do
They-
bubble, the years do tend
Correct.
to bubble. We had a large senior class last year. You'll see we have 173 in 5th grade, 174 in 4th grade. and
Yeah, I was just wondering
sometimes
if
they
there was like a
bubble.
lot of kids that went to private school in high school, or like, do we know, or is it just like the town has a small number of kids? Like, it just stuck out to me, like that it's a significant difference.
Yeah,
Then, and also, I think it's great that the Bridges Academy that they started has 19 students, that's awesome.
yeah,
And then, the 66 in preschool is also fantastic. I thought that was nice to see for the first year. That seems like a nice, healthy number.
absolutely.
And nice to see, like, looks like about somewhere between a little bit more than a third of what we would expect in kindergarten, and all of those kids now getting some education before they even start in kindergarten. So I was just looking at the numbers and pondering those.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's, again, I'm still sifting through it to make sure that I'm giving accurate annual comparisons. Because sometimes there are explanations for how we categorize students.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I visited Bridges yesterday. No, today. And very impressed with what kind of work that they're doing with these students and the students themselves. It's been a challenge in some ways, but a learning opportunity. So by the end of the year, I'll make sure that we give a full report on Bridges and some updates. But so far, so good. Very proud of the teachers and Dr. Harrison and Sharon McGonigal, who's really heading up the program. They're doing a great job. So far, so good.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I just thought it was great. You know, we've talked a couple of times in this committee over the past year about servicing all of our students and meeting them where they are. So it's really nice to see that program. And I'm pretty sure they said they would max it out at 20. So for the first year to have 19, it
Yeah.
seems like both a lot of work for them, but also an incredible opportunity for the students in our district. And
Yeah.
then also to see the preschool so well attended is really nice.
Yeah, we're even talking about tuitioning in a student from another town, a neighboring town, who wants to attend Bridges. And it's an opportunity for us to bring in a little income, but also to add to the program. When programs are that small, each student's personality plays an important role in how the program goes. And so, we're watching that carefully, and we have a lot invested in that, a lot of staff down there. So far, so good. And again, these are students who really have struggled in the past with attendance and things like that. And attendance isn't perfect. They're not always on time to school, I'm told. But they're coming to school, and they haven't in the past. And
Right.
so we have to take our small victories and take the positive and keep moving forward. And we have interest from other districts. I think that's cool. So,
I was
so
gonna
far, so
say,
good.
it sounds like we may be a model for other districts, which is really nice to be a leader.
Sure.
But most importantly, that we're servicing our own students. And it really speaks a lot to the team to even come up with this like very innovative, out-of-the-box sort of idea to get our students what they need. So,
Yeah, it's pretty great. And to have
Yeah.
support from this committee is important. I think a lot of schools have a program. We have another program that services 45 kids. And I think a lot of schools now have those type of programs. A few years ago, some of you will remember, they really changed the suspension rules and certainly expulsion rules, which is virtually unheard of now. We don't expel students anymore. And a lot of schools at that time developed their own 3 to 5 programs and after-school programs instead of discipline to go in that direction. And that program has really flourished, and those students are doing incredibly well. And so now to have yet another level of care is very cool. And again, I hope the community is proud of it, because it's pretty special. So,
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
cool.
awesome, thank you.
You're welcome.
I think if it turns out to be something wonderful for those 19 kids, then that's difference enough right there.
High school diploma,
Right.
you have to have it. It's 2023. Every kid needs to earn their high school diploma. I believe it. They need it. So I'm really glad we're doing it.
Dr. Cron,
Sure.
the post-high school services, those 45 kids. Are
Yeah.
those counted in these numbers here?
Yeah, that's a program of students who are enrolled in the high school.
Right, okay.
And again, it's multi-level. Some students are there for one period a day, others are there for a few periods a day. Some take their math there and then everything else out. So it's a multi-level program. It's not a special education program,
Okay.
nor is Bridges. Bridges
Right.
is not a special
Right.
education program. Some of the students in those programs have IEPs, and we work with them. But for the most part, it's a home base for kids. It's an additional advocate with the teachers so that they can help. It's an additional layer of support, and especially important for ninth graders, I think, as that's such a huge transition.
And I know for the folks that don't have this enrollment number, and I know you said it's down 22 students, but it's 2,146 students in this district. So
Yeah.
that across all those different schools and the different levels. So I just wanted to call out that number because we don't often talk about the number of students that we do have in our school district. And it's a kudos to the administration and the staff and the teachers that support a wide range of kids. So,
Absolutely.
thank you. And my only other question was, Dr. Small talked about some of the classes are getting larger. Do we have a max? We do obviously have a max capacity
We do.
in each different school. Are we close to those
We're
numbers?
not.
Okay.
We're not even close. In
Okay.
district-wide, our class sizes are very, very good.
Okay.
They're very favorable. We are getting up to 24s in some classes. In an AP class, you can have 24, 25 kids. You can have bigger classes in certain situations.
Right.
But our small class sizes for first grade, for kindergarten, for second grade, those are really important in having the para support. So in answer to your question, our class sizes are very good. There are certain grades where we've closed school choice because they're at a maximum. Phelps School was designed to have a max of 24 kids per class, 25 kids per class. So we're close in some instances. So.
I think it will ebb and flow too.
Right,
You
no.
know, we've seen
Yeah.
it,
That's
yeah.
fine.
But I have colleagues in other districts, and I know that there are districts with 27, 28 in a class, and it does make a real difference. I know that the research doesn't like go bananas over small class sizes being a plus, but having been a teacher and being in a class, there's a big difference between 14, 15, 16 in a class and 20, 24 kids in a class. It is a big difference.
It is a
So,
big difference. I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
especially in the younger grades, when they
Yeah.
really need to have that focus.
Yeah, the
You
attention.
know, right,
The ability,
exactly.
the ability of the teacher, we talk a lot about differentiation in education today, and that's just a fancy word for saying giving each kid what they need. So you teach one lesson, but someone may be a little behind here and a little ahead here, and it's important to give each kid what they need, and so the fewer students a teacher is working with, better. It's not rocket science.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
yeah, so,
And we've also talked about the changing needs of our population, whether it be EL or IEPs or social emotional issues.
Yeah.
And that smaller class size, I'm sure, is very important to the teachers
It
when
is.
and the research may not bear that out because research is always years behind what's going on in reality. But as the kids change and have come out of COVID and society is changing, I'm sure the needs of our students are changing and making it harder for our teachers to teach with those standard
yeah.
and give every
Absolutely.
kid what they need.
Absolutely, especially in the younger grades. I'm fully committed to keeping those class sizes as small as possible. We want our kids to learn to read as early as they can, because they learn to read and then they read to learn. And the sooner they can learn to read, the more effective they'll be as they go through. And then it has this compounding interest effect over time, right? So
Right.
we really focus on keeping those class sizes small. That's not to say that we don't want them small in 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th too, because that's another, I don't know, it's challenging ages.
Right,
So.
right.
But then some people will go to college and go to a lecture hall with 200 students. So it's, Anyway, I think we do very well in class sizes. We're very fortunate.
I agree, thank you.
Yep.
Any other questions or comments? I don't want to move on. Okay. All right, we'll move on to then public service announcements. Ms. Hennessy?
No announcements, just happy Halloween and be safe out there.
All right, thank you. Ms. Davidson?
I have nothing for tonight.
All right, Dr. Small?
RMS Term 1 is getting ready to close, so making sure everybody gets into Aspen and Google Classroom and turn in anything that hasn't been turned in and finish up strong, and looking forward to seeing all those smiling faces at the honor roll ceremony coming up. So, that's it.
May I say one more thing?
You may.
We made a decision this morning in senior admin to mail report cards home. We haven't done that for years. We have the technology to post it online, but we feel it's extremely important that parents look at the report cards and talk with their students about it. And I'll be very blunt. You know, the top 40% of our classes, their parents do. They look, and some of the students who struggle, those are the ones that we really want to. And I think so. We made the decision to mail report cards home, so they will be mailed from now on. In the high school, it's 4 terms. In the middle school, it's 4 terms. Elementary, it's 3, and then the Aston Early Childhood Center is 2. So just wanted to add that.
So
They'll be
both?
online too.
They'll be online too.
Okay.
Absolutely, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, they'll be
same.
online. Everything will still be the same the way it was, but we're going to mail a hard copy home. We're going old school.
Goes back to the days of running out to get to the mail before your parents did. Oh, wait, I never
That's
did
right.
that.
Yeah, I'm going to go out and my coat tires are going to be flat.
Right. So, all right, is that all you had?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay, so I had Happy and Safe Halloween too, but I also had, Rockland's town meeting is coming up November 7th. We don't have another meeting before town meeting, so I just wanted to bring up, to get out and vote and to get to town meeting and, do your part in moving the town forward. So that's all I have. Anybody else, anything else? No? Okay,
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
all those in favor? All right, thank you.